Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about how design can respond to urgent and long-term challenges in remote indigenous communities, using Yuan in northern Turkey as a key case study. In 2019, a young Aboriginal man named Kumanjai Walker died in police custody in Yuan. This tragic event exposed systemic racial injustice and police violence, but it also highlighted a deeper issue: the lack of culturally safe spaces, especially in emergencies. Design is not just about building or product, it's about shaping environments that support healing, resilience, and identity. The theories we learned from the incident are the four-stage model, including mitigation, prevalence, response, recovery, and comprehensive emergency management theory, which is applicable to public health, remote area medical care, and response to casualties. The method is community-based emergency management design. We can also learn about WHO Emergency Response Framework and Health Emergency and Disaster Risk Management Framework, which is very suitable for public medical emergency and community psychological intervention. The precedent we find in architecture is Angular Culture Prefect. The building focuses on culture expression, social gathering, and historical restoration, providing a culture safe space so that the community can feel a sense of belonging and psychological support in times of crisis. In graphic design, interactive graphic comics have been used effectively to convey complex messages such as disaster prevention and health advice to Aboriginal youth. This isn't just education, it's cultural empowerment. A powerful example is Nomad, an Aboriginal-led comic project that uses storytelling to engage and inform. This tool can be integrated into emergency poster and community workshops, all designed with local simplism, language, and iconography. Another major issue in Yuan is communication, especially during emergency like police operations, fire, or extreme heat. Here, digital and industrial design can step in. One successful precedent is the Disability in Bush app, which was co-developed by community members. It used clear racial interfaces, local language, offline access for remote users. This model improves emergency information delivery and respects local knowledge and access limitation. About industrial design, there is solar-powered emergency light and radio, improving the delivery of information during police operations, natural disaster, or other emergencies. There is also a Barbara Women Center supporting the lives of Aboriginal women in community of Maningrida and on surrounding homelands. Art design not only preserves local culture but is also widely combined with the help of internet and technology in today's world. It also solves employment and life problems for indigenous people and connect culture heritage with real survival. Yuan is part of the Tanami Desert, with harsh climate condition, temperatures over 40 degrees, seasonal bushfire, and drought-resistant plants like mago trees, Spanifax grass, ghost gum, saltbush. These plants are not obstacles, they are assets. Mago can serve as windbreaks, Spanifax while flammable help stabilize and ghost gum provide shade and cultural symbolism. We also need to consider local animals such as kangaroos and reptiles, which may cross roads or enter community areas. Night animals like possum and desert mice, which might access kitchens or storage spaces. Snakes, which become active after rain and pose healthy risk. Birds may make noise and drop pollution. Therefore, our design used strategies like low ecological fencing, great buffer zones, motion sensor lighting, fire-safe planting zones, and bionic bird device. The design of the site function coordination should be use plants to provide shade, block wind, and purify the air. Introduce local species in boundary and greening layout. Maintain appropriate distance. Do a great job of prevention and insect and snake safety control. In terms of coexistence with animals, it should be reduce interference through spatial planning and enclosure. Avoid conflicts between buildings and nature ecology, and support culture, cognition, and education interaction.
Hi everyone, today I will talk about Yuenjum. It is a small indigenous town in the middle of Australia. The weather is very hot in summer and cold at night in winter. It can get up to 36.5 degrees Celsius in summer and down to 6.4 degrees Celsius in winter. It does not rain much. This weather makes life hard and changes how homes should be built. Long ago, warping people used different houses in different seasons. Most of the time, they stayed outside under shade. Later, government houses were made with metal and no insulation. These houses get too hot or too cold, so people still eat, cook, and sleep outside. Many houses do not have insulation. In hot weather, inside the house can be hotter than outside. This is dangerous for old people and sick people. Heat and dust make asthma and heart problems worse. Bad air and poor houses make people more sick. Some homes have no windows or good roofs. The roads are bad too. When it rains, ambulances and help cannot reach people easily. The changing weather also hurt warping culture. People cannot go to special places. It is hard to have a ceremony or sharing stories. This makes the community feel weaker. When people help design their own houses, they are better. The homes are cooler, healthier, and people feel proud in older towns. Cook designed homes helped people get jobs and learn. Yuanzhong is mostly flat land, 674 meters above sea level. The landscape helps water flow away after rain. Because rain fast, houses should be a bit higher. We can build small trenches and gardens to soak water. Roofs can send rain into tanks. Narpi Road connects Yuanzhong to other places. Inside town, most roads dirty. They go on higher land to avoid floods. People and cars use the same paths. Yuanzhong has a post office, shops, a school, a media center, and an art center. These are important for food learning and culture. There is a health clinic, mediation center to solve problems, and a land council office that help with health, fitness, and land rights. The police station is on the east side and has a helicopter pad. Youth programs and welfare services are also in town. These help young people and families. Houses are spaced out. Rows are in the grid. Police and help services can get around easily, but edge areas are dark and can feel unsafe. After sun from the west is too strong, houses should not face west. Lower areas are cooler at night. Trees and roofs help block sun. Wind comes from the southeast and can be strong. We can use trees and fences to block wind. Homes can protect outdoor areas. Gravel paths and green areas help stop dust.
At the same time, there are some potential hazards that may affect the site, like bushfire, wildlife disturbance, extreme heat, heavy rain, and flooding. In addition to ecological threats, Yuandamu faces human-created emergencies too. For example, arson attacks that damage infrastructure, social unrest triggered by police presence. This means design must prepare for multi-layered emergency, not just natural disaster, but also in institutional failure and violence.
For the high summer temperatures, we suggest use fire-safe plants, metal roofs, and raised homes. About intense short rainfall, we suggest use water tanks and shade areas. About wind dominate, we suggest add windbreaks and shade-safe rooms. Can also be used in emergencies. We also suggest a natural howling space. It has gardens, art, and open air areas. It is for rest space and connection grids for young and those under stress. Spending time in nature can help people feel calm and safe. This space can reduce stress, support mental health, and bring people together. When people feel better, they are less likely to act out or feel angry. This helps reduce problems in the community, like violence or crime. The garden can induce native plants, quiet walking paths, and places to sit and talk. It is a peaceful space where people feel close to nature and each other. We can also add areas for music and traditional art activities. Painting, storytelling, and making music can help people express emotions in the healthy ways. A small space for meditation or quiet prayer can also help individuals slow down and feel grounded. These activities connect people to their culture, land, and to each other.
So, next I'll report for the part 3, in habitat analysis and the design project. The above journal of emergency issue our group chose is a nation called Weiqi, and the emergency situation is happened in Yundum community, where it's in the Northern Territory of Australia. We can see the location in the pictures. It's nearly the middle of Australia. Weiqi people are known for their self-reliance and their close connected society. These are also the value in their culture and faith. This photo is the elder for Weiqi. He looks sad because the picture was taken in the time that the emergency situation happened. After the young Weiqi man died in police custody, Weiqi people organized many activities to achieve justice and seek legitimate rights. They have consistently spoken out, demanding to be heard. They mourn for the young boy of Weiqi dead in the emergency situation. It is not the simple situation in Australia that Aboriginal people and immigrants live together. What we need to do is to find a way to understand each other and decrease misunderstand and discriminate. Aboriginal culture must be respected. They are the first people of the land. Weiqi people said that the biggest problem we have in our community is racism in the police. Racism kills. So, did government have some intervention to solve the emergency situation? Yes, they did, but their activities were wrong and had bad influence for Weiqi people. The state acted in ways that increased the acute trauma of Weiqi people in the wake of the shooting and the settler colonialism as an ongoing trauma. Of course, did not cease. So, what about our solution? Our design ideas of project is to make a mental healing house in the community. The key words of the idea points is that this healing house is nearby the nature, use organic materials and make warm style and phenomenon. It is better that the staffs in this healing house have different culture or national background. These key points are conform to the value of Weiqi. Do you still remember that? Weiqi people are known for their self-reliance and their close-knit society. Let me explain the key points of this design project. Firstly, we consider about the mental healing house is to provide a home for Weiqi people to share their experience and release their emotions. They can talk to each other and heal each other. This healing home can provide technical consultation and healing the hurt of emergency situation. Weiqi people also get help from each other in this healing home. Secondly, nearby the nature is needed for people because fresh air can make people have a pleasant mood. Using organic materials is similar to the reason of nearby the nature because close to nature can empty people's mind and body. Next, warm style and phenomenon is necessary because it can make people feel safe and relax. People open their heart and to share in the safe space. Then, staffs with different culture and national background. This is also necessary for this healing home because the demand for Aboriginal social groups. They hope can be treated equally. This point can have a chance to hear different voice. This is the design precedent for our group to reference. It is a yard for Aboriginal people in remote Australia. I must say that after the emergency situation, the state government provided mental health care, but this also had bad influence for Weiqi people because there were some mistakes in these activities. The use of emotional politics and the diplomacy of sympathy transformed the police shooting of an Aboriginal man into a simple loss of life. Why this happened? This happened because of the fear and the opposition. The community were able to stay calm without any help. The state were trying to cure this situation so it didn't turn nasty, but the community didn't need that. They did an incredible job. Being afraid of Aboriginal people is core to white settler identity. So, the words in red color is the core difference between our mental healing house and the psychological services provided by state government. Staffs with different culture and national background means everyone is equal in this home, and there will be no fear to each other. Thank you.